This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to a review of the Spider-Man No Way Home Spider-Man vs. Sandman Final Battle Lego set. This is, of course, a No Way Home set that can combine with the bigger set from last year. And we'll take a look at the figures, then at the Sandman build, and then finally, after a quick cut of me grabbing the No Way Home set, me combining the two sets together. So let's begin looking at the figures. First we have Electro, who is the exact same figure besides this back build. And technically the lightning is holding since it is in a kind of different way with these little hero jumper pieces. But besides that, this is the exact same Electro figure you would get in the No Way Home set. The next figure we have is Spider-Man. We've had the Spider-Man 3 times, including this set. This is the integrated suit. He does come with two sets of these. One you keep out of his hand so you could do a display feature on this. And the final and best figure of the set is the Lizard. This is the first lizard ever made in Lego. And he's both based off of the No Way Home movie, but also The Amazing Spider-Man. So if you want to make models from that movie, you can. And yeah, honestly, it does look cool. He is, of course, just a little taller than a minifigure. If I grab something that is straight like this, and I place it here, you can see he's just a little taller, although when the hairpiece is in place, it doesn't really matter. And they could have used those pieces from Avatar and Toy Story to make him just a little more taller. But so it's a really cool figure, and definitely the best one from this. Looking at the build by itself, we have this giant Sandman build. He has pretty good movement for his arms. You kind of have to take this off to give better movement for this arm. But his hand can close, as can this one, which is smaller. You could put a figure on this piece, but it's really easy to knock it off. It's not really well built for that. And if you want to display Spider-Man, I recommend placing him actually here. So there's also this little thing here, a Doctor Strange portal where you could put a figure here. And on the back side you have this little fire extinguisher. And like scaffolding builds that could be ripped off from this. But yeah, honestly, this looks pretty cool. The Sandman build looks awesome, and I want to see if someone creates a kind of a bottom half for him so you could create legs. But yeah, I think it looks really nice. Sorry for the jump cut. As I say, every time I try to record one of these, they get interrupted. But I think that the head looks a lot better on him because, although it is more blocky, it makes sense for somebody made out of sand to have a little more blocky face. And yeah, honestly, it looks really awesome. And then finally, you could take Spider-Man, place him on this web, and you can't really have him, like the box says, in position without attaching him to kind of this brick to have him flying past Sandman's grip, and you could have him and even reaching in to grab him. So I think that's probably the best way to display him. At least if you have this part taken, but let's go take a look at the No Way Home set, which will be seen right after this jump cut. And taking a look at the No Way Home set, the first thing you have to do is remove this top piece from Statue of Liberty, alongside, a little more secure in here, this hand, and I believe that is everything. It looks like that's everything I have to take out. Although I did knock some stuff loose by doing that. I'm just assuming that this was part over here. Hey, that was just supposed to come up with me. You then take Sandman off of the base here. I can pull Spider-Man out. And then you're supposed to take him and drop him in about here. And yeah, this is not going well for recording because, of course, it's not. Wait, that's about how he fits in. He's kind of stuck like this, but I did see recommendations to take bricks like these and add them onto his bottom. And if you do that, he has kind of a full range of motion. Let's see how it looks with just two. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to deal with. But if you put them in kind of like this, and you can find the studs for him to clip into, he is facing forward and gives you a little bit of a look. Sorry for the jump cut again. I said I can never record these without interruption, but yeah, honestly, it looks pretty good like this. You can kind of turn him around. I don't know exactly how he connects because I'd rather be looking directly over it. So I think that's probably the best way to do it. And I want to know what you think about this. Other thing I want to mention is this Electro has a terrible job sticking on this point. Every time I try to put him there, if I'm trying to grab it or anything, he launches off. So that is annoying. Sorry for this final jump cut and the complete change of lighting because I had this idea completely after I finished recording and did some other stuff, but I pulled off the last few items from the space, leaving it completely bare, but leaving an awesome battle scene where I added this, and that. Let's take a look at these few modifications that you can make. No additional pieces necessary at all, but you can make this battle look even more impressive. Over here you can place the giant pillar here, and if you move this little generator around a little bit, you can perfectly fit Green Goblin on. It's pretty difficult to get because they're so close together, but it creates this really cool effect that looks like he's flying directly through this pillar as it's collapsing. And then I attached above over here to have Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man flying up to fight Sandman, which looks really cool. We then have, I need to rotate the Spider-Man around a little bit to be tagging Goblin. Then have over here my favorite modification, which is putting this collapsing scaffolding over here, attaching one of these little power generators from over there to here, attaching MJ to that, and then having Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man going and trying to save her, and then having the Lizard over here going after the box. And then a nice little detail I added in. This one was not even necessary. I was taking this off of the base down here, having kind of knocked away by Doc Ock, who's reaching to grab the arc reactor from Electro. And yeah, honestly, this looks just incredible with all these little additions. And this basically be bare, and you're going to have those little things popping out. So there's no real point of keeping it like that. So honestly, I think just take those and add them in. You'll notice the little yellow parts sticking out. And if you want to change those to like something in gray or have it be a little shorter, you could. I don't mind too much. But yeah, as you can see, Kind of hard to see from over here, but if you look closely, you can see the yellow popping out over here and down there. And yeah, honestly, this one creates just really the perfect just modifications. It makes it look so cool, and it just changes everything. I have to put Ned back on. I think he was knocked off when I was doing something, moving around or something, but yeah, honestly, this looks just incredible. These little pieces just, you can take off and add on. I've never seen anyone do this, but it just helps with the details so much. It creates some cool battle damage of the scaffolding and stuff falling apart. And yeah, honestly, I just think it makes it look so much cooler. You get, I can't really between like more between Goblin flying perfectly through this little area here, or this perfect collapsing area for that Peter to save MJ. Both look amazing, and then you just have this little base over here where you could pull some more of the parts off if you want. Get in some additional details, but I think this looks perfect. And this is kind of the final product of the two sets fully combined together. And yeah, honestly, it's a great idea if you have these two sets. I would highly recommend doing this or finding your own way, because what's the point of having these two things just kind of laying on a base here if you have the Sandman up here, and they have the perfect amount of slots for you to do this. So let me know what you think of this modification. Not really shown in the instructions or anything. And honestly, I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.